I want to talk to you about my new project, an ebook, and it is entitled The Socratic Assassin. That's why half my face was missing on the picture. Not really, just a mistake. Anyway, the title of the book is one thing that I think should grab your attention. It's something that some journalists call me, and I thought, well, that's a good title. What do? I kill politicians and journalists with my questions. So in this book, I'm going to show you some of the best interviews, most exciting interviews. Plus, I'm going to give you a behind the scenes discussion and anecdote about what happened before and after these interviews. A lot of exciting stuff nobody knows about. Anyway, as you know, the way I kill them is by asking them questions. What do? I reveal contradictions in their thinking and sometimes their flawed character, the way they react to these questions. Now, this isn't something that anybody else has ever done, and apparently won't ever do, because as far as I know, nobody in the United States has ever used Socratic interviewing to reveal contradictions in a person's thinking. Actual contradictions, not you say they contradicted themselves. I mean, when they say yes and no about the same thing, that's a real contradiction. And therefore necessarily mistaken. As far as I know, nobody's ever done that. So maybe it'll be a new experience if you haven't seen it before. Probably if you're listening to this, you've already seen some Socratic interviews and how it works. It's far superior to arguing, which is what most journalists do with people that disagree with them. And sometimes they don't talk to people that disagree with them at all. But what they do is they argue. Arguing is an inferior way of having an exchange and persuading somebody or the public, because the public sometimes is going to get an insight that the person in front of you isn't going to get. And therefore, you need to learn how to do this in your own personal life, which is something I've been preaching for a couple of decades at least. So in this ebook, I have a great editor, and we're going to include the best commentary that has been published, as well as the behind the scenes stuff. So you're going to get a more complete and interesting perspective on my interviewing, the value of Socratic interviewing, and maybe you can use it, the idea in general, the principle, or even the specific questions that I put forth to these politicians and journalists. You're going to see people like Nancy Pelosi and Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden and Lindsey Graham and Senator John McCain. And you're going to see journalists like Stephanopoulos and Chris Matthews and Jesse Waters and everybody that you see on TV, Jonathan Carl, for example, one of the most popular guys that ever was on TV, Ted Koppel. You're going to see all these people, and that's why I recommend buying this little book. It costs around $2 probably. Anyway, I hope you can enjoy it when it comes out. And I'm working on the chapters one by one, working on the title, the front page, the synopsis, everything. that you need to do to write a book. It's a new experience for me. Fortunately, the skeleton of this book is already made because those are the interviews themselves. And in my own opinion, nothing can beat that. So let me know what you think of this project and of my idea. And maybe soon, when it comes to book writing, nothing is soon, you will be able to see and read a great ebook. Bye bye. I don't know how you turn this off, but let's see.